Hey guys, and welcome back to Pro Speed Baseball. Today we're taking it back a few years and going over the swing of all-time home run leader Barry Bonds. And guys, if you want to hit home runs and you really want to understand the art of what it takes to hit a ball over the fence, you're really going to want to pay attention to this video, because I'm going to show you the one key element that every home run hitter absolutely has to have to be able to hit home runs. And I'm going to show you the one thing that Barry Bonds does in his swing that gave him the ability to be as consistent as he was in his swing. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, real quick, guys, I'd like to apologize for the quality of the video today. It's Barry Bonds kind of played back in the day when there wasn't the greatest of cameras, but it's not really important because we can still really see everything we need to see to learn everything that we can learn from Barry Bonds' swing. So let's go ahead and dig in here, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what I was talking about in the intro, that number one thing that every guy who hits home runs does, and the one thing that they have in common is contact. Like what I was going to say right there, perfect contact. And that's what results in a home run, is having perfect contact on a ball. I mean, if you swing 1,000 miles an hour, but you hit the top of the ball off the handle, it's not going out of the ballpark, you know. But if you make a nice 65, 70 mile an hour swing and make perfect contact, there's no ballpark in the world that's going to hold a ball that's, traveling anywhere. I think it's 75 miles an hour or something like that. But the main thing we need to take from here is that if we make perfect contact, we give ourselves the best possible chance to hit home runs and do everything that we want to do as a hitter. So Barry Bonds made more perfect contact than anybody else who's played in the games, and I'm going to show you guys today, like, the biggest thing that he does in his swing that actually made him that consistent to where he can make perfect contact over and over again, and that's very simply his hand position throughout his entire swing. And I've talked about this in a lot of my videos because it's so important, is this toe line, where we draw a imaginary line from down our toe line, and we imagine that we have this wall in front of our body, and we keep these hands in front of this wall the entire time. And what this does is it leaves the area between the ball and our hands completely open, and we can take our hands from point A to point B as quick as possible and as efficiently as possible. Now, I'm not saying that where he's swinging down at the ball, because I know there's a lot of instruction out there that says, swing down at the ball, and then there's a lot of counter instruction out there that says that's not what happens. I mean, it's not what happens, but the point is we need to be able to deliver our hands as perfectly as possible every time. So if we take Barry through his swing here, we can easily see that his hands stay in front of the wall. I don't know, it's got a little shaky there. His hands stay in front of that wall the entire time. They never disappear behind that line. They don't even come close. So he has no obstacles to overcome to getting perfect contact on the ball. Now, if Barry Bonds were to rotate his shoulders and take his hands and bring them back behind this line, he would now have his body in the way of his hands, and he would have to effectively, which is very difficult to do, bring his hands all the way back around his body to get to the same point as he would have to do if he were to keep his hands in front of his body. So if we take a look at him from the side view, one of the big things that I want to point out is we all know that a lot of the great big power hitters these days have this thing that happens where their back foot gets lifted up off of the ground. I want you to watch Barry's foot. He keeps weight on that back foot the entire time. Now, I'm not saying this is what we want to do. I'm saying that he actually doesn't efficiently use his weight shift properly in his swing. However, he still hits home run after home run. Well, yeah, he's a big strong dude and everything, but he makes perfect contact with the ball with an imperfect weight shift. In a perfect weight shift, we would have no weight on this toe whatsoever. But as we can see here, if you look kind of closely, there's a little bit of scrunch in his shoe, and that's how we can tell that there's weight in that foot. If there was no weight in that foot, he would naturally come up on his toe, and his foot would be very straight like this. Now, granted, this is just one swing, and I'm sure every single baseball swing is kind of like a snowflake. There's never two that are exactly perfectly the same because the ball's always in a little bit different area. So I'm sure he made some good weight shifts in his career and, and all that good stuff. But the point here is he hit this ball to the upper deck and still had weight in his backside and didn't get everything he possibly could into the ball, but he still hit it into the upper deck because he made perfect contact. So if you guys at home really want to learn how to make that perfect contact or give yourself the best chance to making that perfect contact every single time, stay tuned. I'm going to play a preview out of one of the videos in our power hitting series that's going to go over exactly that. We're going to show you the toe line and show you exactly how to keep your hands in front of that toe line and give you a couple drills you can do to really start ingraining that and really start getting your bat in a position where it's going to give you the best chance to hit home runs and get those hard hit balls. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like the video, subscribe, +1 on Google. That really helps me grow the channel, all that great stuff. I hope you guys enjoy the preview. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
We want to take our hands and we want to bring them back in front of our body. If we were having a line right down our feet and our feet are dead square, we can imagine a wall coming right up out of that line in front of our face. And what we want to do is keep our hands in front of that wall at all times. They should never get behind this wall at all. Some of your better hitters will stay in front or get right on this wall, but they never go behind the ball. So if you watch them from down the line, you'll see that their hands stay in front of their body the whole time, and now they're able to go from point A to point B and get as solid a contact as possible to hit home runs. So what we're going to do to work on this